Hey, hi, and hello, everyone. This is Shadow Studios 9, Minecraft username Primary Artemis, and we are here today inside of the Tinker Box for some more wonderful tinkering. Today, I'm going to show off a beautiful little system for getting villagers from a zombie spawner. Now, I decided to create this because, well, oftentimes there's a zombie spawner within 100 blocks of your base. More often than that, there's usually a village not within 1,000 blocks of your base. A lot of times you have to travel really far to get a village, and that's just really obnoxious and it uses a lot of resources. So I created this system for being able to sort zombies out and be able to turn them into villagers. So the way this works is you have 4 different stalls. You go to each stall, you push the cart down, and then a zombie comes up. That's not a zombie villager, so you press the button, it disperses lava and kills them. You go to the next one, it comes back up. Oh, that one got nothing, so you try this one. Nothing in that stall for now, and you try this one. And there you go, you got another zombie, but he's not a villager zombie, so kill him. And you keep doing that until you get a villager zombie. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then I'll check back with you guys when I have one. Okay, so about 15 minutes later, and I have a villager zombie. All I need to do is throw my weakness potion on him, and then feed him an apple, although, for some reason, I find feeding them apples doesn't work in creative, so I always pop into survival to do it really quickly. Oh, hiccup, excuse me. And so now, if you give him some time, he'll turn into a nice villager just like him. I think it's a pretty good system, although it does involve it shouldn't take you more than an hour to get 2 villagers. I find it takes me anywhere between 15 to 50 minutes to get a villager, so I mean if you multiply that to anywhere between half an hour and 2 hours, you'll get 2 villagers, which would be enough to start a village. Which, I mean, if you equate the amount of time and effort you save from having to try to travel all the way to a village and back to get 2 villagers into the villager building, I think it's pretty decent. Okay, but that's enough chatting about the theory behind this thing, and let's get to some actual building. So the first step is to build a 9x9 platform with the spawner at the center and 2 blocks up from where the bottom of the platform will be. Next, you need to put a water bucket in each corner of, well, not each corner, in 2 parallel corners of the spawn pad. After you've done that, you need to delete all of these blocks that are not covered by water. And after you delete all the blocks that are not covered by water, you need to delete the last block of water blocks. So all these blocks on the edge need to be destroyed, and after you do that, you can see that all of the water now pushes towards the center. Okay. Now that all this water is coming to a central location, we need to split it up. So you want to build a little water trough here, and since I'm in a snowy biome, I need to cover that up so it doesn't freeze. Don't build yours in a snowy biome because it won't work as well. Or I can just put a torch. Well, for demonstration purposes, I'll just put a block over it. Now you need to build out 5 blocks on each side. There we go, like that. And then after you've done that, you dig in by 2. So you get these nice little troughs that will carry the mobs, just like that. After you've done that, you need to dig a 7 by 5 hole in the ground where it comes out. So that's 3 on each side of the end of the subsidiary, and then 5 across here. And then you should have 3 blocks in between each trough. Now, after you've done that, you need to go ahead and stop this water flow here so that it doesn't flood back in a second. And you just put a bucket in the middle, and you'll see that this bucket will push the mobs out into the very corners. of this build. Now that we've done this, we need to put the track system in. So, at the adjacent corners from where these waters push to, just dig out a couple of blocks, put a powered track on one end, a non-powered on the other, and then of course power the powered track. Repeat that on every single one of these corners. At this point you should have something that looks very similar to this. Now that we have the track systems out, we have to create the kill mechanism, which is fairly simple. All you have to do is dig out a little space here to put the dispenser in. Okay, now once you have a little space dug out, you're going to put one block up with a dispenser on top of it, and then you want it to be powered by the torch from behind. Now that's because when you power a piston that has a power source already, you can hear it clicks twice, which means it will dispense the lava and then immediately suck the lava back in, so that way the lava doesn't spew out and destroy the minecart track. So if I just put a piece of lava in right now, you'll see that I can press it, the lava comes out, and then it turns off and sucks it back in. Now we just need to go and put one of these on every single track. Now that we have all the kill mechanisms in, we need a place to send the villagers once we have them. So what you want to do is you want to dig out and put a normal track and then a powered track, and then after the powered track you just want to dig a little 3x3 by 2 hole so that you can store the villagers after you get them. So now you just go and put one of these on every single track. Now you simply add minecarts to each one of the tracks, and you're done. That's all this machine takes. Now, if you're in broad daylight like this one is, you're going to have to do like I did on this one and cover it up to ensure that they don't burn alive. However, if we just set this to night really quickly, I can show you the fruits of our labor. After I put some fences around this to ensure that the zombies don't go jumping out. Okay, now now that I have walls around it, I can throw down some zombies and show you. So the zombie gets sucked down into the middle. I'll just throw a couple in here. So they get sucked towards the center, and they will jam up once in a while, but eventually they'll push themselves around. And if they don't escape, which is why I was trying to put walls up, they eventually get pushed down into these smaller bases. Come on, go in. Yep, there we go. They get pushed down here, and eventually to either side. If I throw some extra zombies in here, you'll see they push each other around, and they go to one corner or another. And once they're in a corner, you can simply push a cart over to them and pick them up. So it's pretty simple, although make sure you cover it up properly so your zombies don't escape like mine have. But it's a pretty simple system and pretty effective if you don't feel like going out and getting a bunch of villagers from several thousand blocks away. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have found it useful, please consider like, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll consider seeing you guys all in the next episode. Toodles!